JJ.
I'm Owen.
I'm Erick Alfonso, Superintendent of Secaucus Schools.
And welcome back to the Play by Play podcast. Thank you for coming, Mr. Alfonso.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you some questions, and it's gonna be a fun time. Start off. So I heard you're a former bodybuilder. Do you still do some workouts today?
So I do work out. I think it's essential for healthy lifestyle and just overall wellness. At that level, no, I do not. I don't compete anymore. My diet's a little less strict. I do enjoy some sweets, here and there.
What inspired you to start your fitness journey?
Terminator. You guys ever watch Terminator?
Yeah.
The original Terminator, a little
Yeah.
before your time. But, very traditional, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This guy, he was the epitome of health at the time. And I was, a little skinny boy trying to fill up my sleeves when I used to have my T-shirts. So he got me going. I had my first little dumbbell set when I was about 12 years old, and the rest was history.
In weightlifting competitions, how do judges what do judges look for in competitions?
So that's the interesting part about bodybuilding. It's science mixed with art, right? And it's really depending on the judging panel you have. So it should be traditionally, it's a perfect balance between muscle, how dry you are, which meaning low body fat percentage. And also you want to be very symmetrical, very proportionate. So, we have to do leg day. We all know we hate leg day, right? But we have to do leg day. And depending on the judging panel you have, some judges like to see a little drier, a little more lean look. Some other judges like to see the bigger look. So you really never know what you're going to get to the day of. You just try your best to be in the best condition possible and leave it up to everybody else.
How do you incorporate rest and recovery in your fitness routine?
That is very important. So there's two schools of thought, right? There is you have to have your scheduled off days and recovery days. And there is the other one which people who are lazy like to use recovery days as an excuse not to work out. So I think we have to be methodical in what we do, and everything we do in life has to be with a purpose. And that's the reason that I love competing, that I love working out, because it is a good representation of how your life should be run. Everything you do in life should be with a purpose. So as far as rest and recovery, you need to make sure you have adequate enough of it. You have to listen to your body. If you're sore, let's say your chest is sore, but it's chest day again, it might not be the best time to work out your chest, because that's your body telling you it's not ready. But optimally, you need about, if you really, really work out heavily a body part, 3 to 4 days minimum before you touch that body part again.
What are some of your favorite healthy meals to fuel your workouts?
Fruits are a great source. You got to be careful what fruits you have, because some fruits are very, very high in sugar. Berries are fantastic. Bananas are fantastic. The potassium is great for recovery as well. I would actually stay away a lot of processed. There's a huge market right now with these little like protein chips and protein different bars and all that stuff. You want to stay as clean as possible in single ingredient foods. That's really where you want to be. Anything processed, your body, it takes a different toll on your body and the way it digests, the way it processes. And I'm not sure if you guys know this, but in the US, we have a large population with gastrointestinal issues, which means there's a lot of bloating, there's a lot of constipation, there's a lot of issues with when you're eating. Part of it's inconsistency in our diet. The other part of it is how much processed foods we eat. Our body's not supposed to be processing this food. So a single ingredient foods is definitely the best way to go.
What's your favorite and your least favorite workout?
Favorite, chest. Chest is definitely my favorite. Again, we're a little biased because usually whatever we're better at is what we like, right? So I've developed a very strong chest. So I was able to put up, my max was probably 500 pounds for a couple times. So I used to enjoy that, especially us guys. We like to see the numbers. We like to see the heavy weight. Least favorite, you wanted me to say legs, right? I'm not going to say legs. I refuse to say legs. But shoulders. Shoulders are one of those that doesn't really get a pump. It's just a massive burn. And then you can barely lift your arms for the rest of the day. You can't even comb your hair, which I don't have that issue right now. But for those of you who don't know, I'm bald. Not by choice. But yes, so shoulders is definitely not my favorite.
Yeah. What's your favorite sport if you have any?
I used to play baseball. It was heavy baseball. I ended up going to a couple showcases. I was trying my best to get up to major leagues, as we all are, right? It was my passion growing up. Old school Yankees fan. Sorry, guys. We're not a Phillies fan here, not on this side. But I grew up with the Don Mattingly era. I'm not sure you guys know who Don Mattingly is, but he was the GOAT. He's what a traditional hitter should be. Perfect mechanics, perfect everything, consistent batting average for power as well. So baseball is definitely my jam.
Yeah, and since your favorite sport is baseball, what are your favorite teams like in general? Because obviously you said the Yankees, but in other sports, what are your favorite teams?
Well, all of your rivals. So funny, we were from the same state, obviously, but as you know, drastic different corners of the state, we have very different teams. So I enjoy all sports, but yeah, pretty much all the New York teams are my favorite teams, and I'm much more of a diehard baseball fan than anything else, to be honest. So I'll represent just Yankees. All the young ones, you guys could have them.
Yeah, most New York teams didn't do good this year.
No, we had a very rough year.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped watching TV for a while.
Yeah, the Giants completely fell apart. Like,
Yeah.
completely. It's crazy.
Yankees had a terrible year, too.
Yeah, Yankees, yeah. Not
look-
even making the playoffs.
Yeah, which, as you guys know, that's the standard, right?
Mhm.
You guys are Phillies fans, right? I'm
Yeah.
assuming? For Phillies fans, if you don't make the playoffs, it's a catastrophe of a year because that's the minimum standard for the caliber of baseball that we play.
Have you developed any friendships over your bodybuilding career?
Yes, some of my very good friends are old competitors. When you guys are growing up, anything in life that you do that's extremely difficult, you create these very strong bonds because I'm gonna give you a comparison. Bodybuilding to achieving my doctorate. When I got my doctorate, getting your doctorate is a very, very rigorous process. You have to have research, you have to get published, etc. Bodybuilding, you need to have an extremely, extremely strict diet. You need to work out at exactly the same time. You need to do your cardio exactly the same time. I was waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning doing an hour of cardio. Every single meal to the minute was timed, to the ounce, to the gram. Nothing else existed besides what was on my meal plan. And before bed, another hour of cardio. Doesn't matter whether you're tired, doesn't matter how you're feeling, doesn't matter if you're sick, you gotta push through it. Same thing with your doctor. You don't get the research done, you don't get published, you don't get your doctorate, right? So that was a good anchor for me when I was going through that process.
Did you have any struggle or frustration while, like, doing that process?
Yeah, the hardest thing is, again, with anything in life, is that when you are striving for a goal, when you're striving to achieve something, life doesn't stop. Your girlfriend issues come up, your issues with your friends, you have homework, you guys, my family issues. My mother actually had cancer during one of my competition preps. During one of my other competition preps, my grandmother had a stroke. So it's a very difficult time. I was in the hospital, and I was actually going to the treadmill down in the fitness center in the hospital to get my cardio done. So it's one of those that's, sorry it's happening, but life doesn't stop. That's a great life lesson as well from bodybuilding.
As New York fans, like, how do you pick how do you pick if you're like a Jets or Giants fan?
Well, listen, it's misery loves company, right? It's whoever you can recruit on your side. As far as Yankees and Mets, it's kind of like, are you a winner? If you're a winner, you're a Yankee fan. It's automatic. If you're not a winner, then you could be a Met fan.
So at what age did you start realizing that you wanted to make like bodybuilding like a daily routine in like kind of your life?
It was multiple reasons. One was my family wasn't blessed with great genetics. If you look at my whole family, we are very skinny arms with a big old belly. And I wanted to change that. So I wanted to focus on just looking a little better. That was one part. The second part was I was playing baseball. So the stronger, more agile I got, the better I performed. So from a very early age, I would say I started playing baseball at 6. By the time I knew that working out would change, I was doing push-ups when I was 7 years old because I knew if I got stronger, I was going to hit the ball farther.
So that's all the questions we have for you today. We'd like to thank you for coming in. And, yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. It's
Thank you.
an awesome experience, and you guys are doing fantastic things. You should be extremely proud of yourself. And I'm actually going to try to pull this off over my district because you guys are extremely impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.